Hi, welcome to this channel on magnetic energy technology principles applications. This video is about the magnetic piston, and this is another one of those units that will turn the Einsteinian world on its head. This is unconventional information, so just whatever. Just deal with it. If you can't handle it, I'm sorry. Okay? Just deal with it. Open your mind. Explore something new. Move into the magnetic world. I guess, is that the best way to say that? I don't know. So anyway, the magnetic piston is important in a lot of ways, and thank you, Caleb, here for creating these drawings. You're the man. Thanks, bro. And the reason I got to talk about some of these units is because there are certain principles and concepts involved in each unit that's different, and they help pave the way for the next stage of this technology. Most likely humanity isn't going to just jump right into the crystal age of magnetic technology. There might be some units that are necessary, and each one of these units is a gateway unit that has so many principles involved in it that it shows engineers and scientists how to extrapolate from these units to create other types of technology that can influence transportation and anti-gravity stuff and all kinds of things. And so defining and carefully documenting the relationships between like neutral magnetic current, what we're calling neutral magnetic current, and dia-para and ferromagnetic materials, and then how we convert neutral magnetic current into different polarities, utilize it, and then switch it back. And then so it's a lot of polarity switching, it's a lot of pulse timing, and then also this unit really demonstrates how to eliminate counter-electromotive forces. And so that's really important because it's not only does this particular coil right here control timing and release of this, but there's a vertical, if you want to call it that, a vertical magnet that also spins in this whole process, that freely spins. And so it's also how we control the cutting of lines of force. So when you think about like electrical generators or electrical motors and cutting lines of force, we have a controlled method of cutting lines of force at such a degree that allows for continuous rotation, but we're also pulse timing the on and off so that like of what's happening with the magnets and the coils around them, so that there's no essentially back hold process to this. Now, this particular unit establishes a connection to the ionosphere, so there is a measurable vorticity of energy that comes into the unit, and then, of course, the resulting toroidal field that forms all around the unit. This is fully scalable, so it can be made. The principles in this can be very tiny up to quite large, so it could, run ships or whatever it is. And not only that, it can go much further than that because the concepts involved in this tube technology could be used for super incredible fast like space elevators or transportation before like full, or even there may be times even when you have anti-gravity technology that you still want to do that for certain reasons, and it could even just be for entertainment, for making rides that will blow people's minds. But so there's a lot of implications in the technology. So yes, you could say, well, Jesus, if we have crystal technology, why would we need any of these units? And that there's a lot of truth to that. But this helps establish the pulse rates, and it gives scientists and engineers a way to document what's happening so that it's easier to program the crystals. And then for basic things in society, before we get to that level, it will probably be in stages. You may need some horsepower, you may need something to turn certain equipment to make other units or whatever it is. And so even if it's just using the piston to rotate certain plates so that we can produce anti-gravity fields for manufacturing purposes. So there's a lot of different reasons why each of these units has a valuable insight. We weren't given these units just randomly for no good reason, okay? The beings that are involved in this process are 1,000 steps ahead of us. So let's not just assume that, oh my God, we don't need any of that, because we may need a lot of it. So the counter-rotating magnetic fields produced in this are vital to the process. And the attract and release process mechanism that is absolutely essential to this unit demonstrates the most critical process or concept, if you want, that it demonstrates is that if there were no etheric flow and an etheric exchange of energy into this device, it would not function. And so it's a great way to kind of back up what Tesla argued for, that we are surrounded and immersed in an etheric energy that's relatively neutral in charge and it contributes to the functioning of everything. The problem is we just don't, science and engineering does not recognize that right now. But with this type of unit, if you were to cut off an etheric flow, which can be done either with other units or different methods, then the unit will stop. And so it will be unequivocal proof that the etheric energy is essential and that it's all around us and that it is measurable, it has pulse rates to it, it has a level of exchange and speed, and so all of that's very important. So, if you ever have a chance and you can get through this on the website, more power to you, but there's a lot of information involved in this unit, and I just wanted to touch on a quick video of it and just put it out there that it's got a lot of potential, and there's certain concepts in it that are very valuable to the future of magnetic energy technology and our progression of humanity. So with that, I will see you next time.